What's going on, Rope? Okay, today's talk is the exceptional martial artist. Okay, what gave me the idea to talk about the exceptional martial artist was that me and someone was discussing the fact of Michael J. White and some of his grappling ability, and someone was pointing out the fact that some of his grappling techniques are not properly done. So that gave me the idea to pretty much put this video together. Okay. So let's get straight to it. I don't like to waste y'all time. I like to get straight to the point. But before we get started, let's take a moment of silence for y'all to hit that subscribe button. Okay. Okay. Y'all got that done? All right. Now let's get back to it. Thumbs up the video also. All right. So look, the exceptional martial artist, what do I mean by this? I mean when someone's so good at something, they can get away with mistakes on other things, okay? For example, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson or Israel Adesanya. They are terrific at striking, okay? But they are not the world best grapplers. But they don't need to be, because they're so good at striking, they can get away with certain mistakes with grappling or improper techniques with grappling. If you was to take a Damian Maia, who is a terrific grappler, but he's not the world best striker, but he don't need to be. He can get away with certain mistakes with striking because he's so good at grappling. People fear being taken down by him. Okay? So that's what I mean by the exceptional martial artists. They are exceptional martial artists because they're so good at one thing. They don't have to be, properly the technical on the other thing. They don't have to use proper technique on the other thing. You see what I'm saying? So that points out that fact that certain people say certain things. Well, he's doing this wrong, or this person is doing this wrong, or that person is doing this wrong. Well, you have to look at the other aspect. How good are they at this other piece, at this other half of martial art? Because if they're so good at this other half, then that little bit that they're doing wrong, they can possibly pull that off doing it wrong because they're so good at the other thing. For instance, certain people were saying Francis Ngannou, when he pulled off that shoulder lock, some people that he did it wrong, but he was so strong and he was so good at his striking that he was able to pull that off, because the dude wanted to be in the clinch with him. He didn't want to, keep striking with him like that. He was trying to pin him up against the cage. And he pulled that off. I think he pulled it was a Kimura off. So take all that into notice. Just giving y'all food for thought. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. And thank you.